Namaskaram. 1000 names and 1000 stories. 375th name. UDBHAVAAYA NAMAH. Vedanta Deshikan once explained the principle of Tatkratu Niti to his disciples, elaborating on the true code of sacrificial conduct as upheld in the Vedic tradition. So, Tatkratu Niti refers to a declaration or an explanation of the proper conduct of a Vedic sacrifice, what should be done according to dharma or scriptural injunctions. Tatkrata Niti is a principle stated in Upanishads. According to this, the nature of our experience of the Lord in liberation will be in accordance with the way we worship Him during our lifetime. That is why the elders emphasize that while meditating upon the Lord, one should visualize Him with a pleasant smiling face and a divine form filled with sattvic qualities, that is pure qualities. Only when we meditate upon the Lord in a form endowed with pure sattva guna, the mode of goodness, can we attain Vaikuntha, the divine abode pervaded by that very sattvic essence, and there experience the Lord, the consort of Mahalakshmi, in his purest form. If, however, one meditates on forms influenced by Rajaguna, passion, or Tamoguna, ignorance, one cannot reach the sattva-filled Vaikuntha. Instead, in accordance with such lower forms of meditation, one may attain some lesser world steeped in those same qualities. That is why in temples the divine faces of the deities are often seen adorned with a beautiful gentle smile. His long lotus-like eyes overflow with compassion. His sacred hand offers protection with a gesture of fear not, Abhaya Mudra. The weapons he holds inspire our faith that the Lord will protect us. His holy feet offer us refuge. His entire divine form is composed solely of Sattva Guna, the mode of purity, untouched by Rajo and Tamo Gunas. Thus, one should not mistakenly regard the deity enshrined in the temple as a mere symbolic representation. Instead, with deep awareness, one must meditate upon the Lord as He truly is graciously manifest before us in His divine form. When worship is offered in this spirit, recognizing the presence of the Lord Himself, it leads to the realization of the Lord in Vaikuntha, whose form is composed purely of Sattva Guna. This is precisely the truth conveyed by the principle of Tatkrata Niti. There is a clear representation for this. The result depends on the manner in which we worship the Lord. If that's the case, then if one meditates upon Krishna as the one who was tied to the mortar, would we too end up bound in the cycle of birth and suffering? Is that the appropriate outcome? However, as one continues to meditate upon Krishna who was tied to the mortar, the bonds of our own births and karmas begin to fall away from us. The devotees who meditate in this way ultimately attains liberation. Meditating upon the one who was bound actually causes our own bonds to be released. In this one unique instance, the principle of Tatkratu Niti does not strictly apply. Vedanta Deshikan has beautifully conveyed this profound truth in the
Baddham tata bhavayatam mukundam ayatana vichedini karma bandhe tapasvini tatkratuni tiradya savridamaranya katasutastau.
According to the principle of Tatkrata Niti, one attains the result in the same form and manner as one's worship. Yet when one devotee meditates upon Krishna bound to the mortar, Krishna himself releases all of the devotee's bonds. In this instance, the doctrine of Tatkratu Niti is defeated by devotion. Ashamed of its failure, Tatkratu Niti is said to have fled and hidden itself deep in the forest. The latter portion of the Vedas, known as Upanishads, is referred to as the Aranya section or the forest section. Just as something ashamed hides itself in the forest, Tatkratu Niti is said to have withdrawn into the Aranya portion, unable to stand its defeat. That is why, unlike the earlier sections of the Vedas which contain no contradiction, this idea that a principle like this one finds place only in the forest section is a poetic way of expressing its subtle retreat. Bhava means the bondage of birth. Udbhavaha means the one who removes the bondage of birth. Because the Lord removes all the bonds of birth for those who worship Him, He is called Udbhavaha. This is the 375th name in the Vishnu Sahasranama. To those devotees who chant Udbhavaaya Namaha every day with devotion, the Lord will graciously remove all their karmic bonds of birth. Narayana, Narayana.